Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? Today I have a combination between two different stories that tie into each other. The first one is my first near-death experience, and my second one is my first memory ever. And the reason why they tie into each other is because my first memory ever was a near-death experience. Now that's not a really good way to start off your memory, but that's what happened to me, so I wanted to share it with you. Now let's get right into the story. First of all, if you didn't know, I was born in New York and I spent my first year of life there, and then I had to move to Virginia because of my dad's job, and I lived there from I think 1 to 3 years old. So this happened in Virginia because I don't remember anything from my first year of life. I don't think anyone does really. But my first memory, I think I was 2 or 3 years old. I'm not really sure exactly how old I was. My parents aren't really sure of how old I was, but this happened at my neighbor's house, and we were over there for some reason. I don't know if it was because of a party or a birthday party or something. I'm not really sure what it was, but my family was over my neighbor's house for some reason, and I went along. And in their backyard, they had a pool, and it was uncovered because it was the summertime. And I guess I was left near the pool with some kind of supervisement and some other people, and the next door neighbors had kids and they were a little older than me, so they could swim and they knew what they were doing, and they were kind of watching me, as well as I think an adult was too. But my mom and dad were on the deck or something. I don't know where they were really. I don't remember that far or that much, but I was kind of left alone by the pool with some people, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm 1 or 2 or 3 years old, and I'm walking down by the pool, and I happen to slip in. And this is where it got kind of scary, and this is where baby Regicidal almost didn't make it to who I am today, and you guys wouldn't have YouTube videos to watch, so thank God I survived this. But I slipped into the pool, and this is what I really remember the most. This is like the biggest memory I had of that age, of that moment. And I just remember being in the pool and looking up, and I could see people looking down, and I wasn't sure who it was. I don't know what was happening, but I heard a lot of yelling through all of the bubbles and water sounds that you hear, and I don't know what's going on. I'm just getting pushed downwards to the bottom of the pool, and I see very little light, and it was really scary because I just can remember all of these details, and literally I was about to die, and before my eyes closed, I saw someone jump in, which it was my dad, and my eyes closed and he grabbed me. And the next thing I remember is being at my house in front of our fridge. We had a huge black fridge, that's why I remember it, and I was in a towel, and I was just sitting in front of the fridge, and I opened my eyes, and my mom and dad are like arguing with each other, and I don't know if they were arguing because I could possibly have been dead. They both should have been watching me. I don't know what was going on there, but they kind of had an argument. I'm not really sure if they were even arguing. They could have just been talking. I don't remember that much. Who knows what they were talking about? I'm not sure. But when I opened my eyes, they ran over to me and gave me a big hug, and they held me. And that's all I really remember from that time. And it's crazy that my first real memory was kind of a near-death experience. And that was my first near-death experience, and I think that's my only near-death experience. I'm not really sure. I'll have to think back in my memory bank and make sure that's the only one. But that's the only one I can remember. So I'm really thankful to just be alive to this day. I mean, even if you think about it, way back then, who knows if I would have drowned? Who knows if I would have been in the pool any second longer, if I would be dead? No one knows, but I'm alive and I'm here today. I guess God was like, hey, this Regicidal fellow should be alive and should inspire others. I'm going to keep him alive. It's not his time to die yet. So keep him alive. Let's not drown him yet. We don't hate him that much right now. So I'm very thankful for that, and I'm just very thankful for life. So maybe that's the reason why I'm always positive and always happy, and I kind of see the bright side and everything. Maybe because my first memory was almost me dying. So I think maybe that has something to tie into it. I don't really know, because who knows how the mind really works? Who knows how the brain really works? Who knows how memories even work? It's crazy to just think about that stuff, let alone all of the things you know and all of the things you remember. So I'm not going to get deep into it, but I think that may have something to do with why I'm so positive and why I like to influence people and try to keep people alive and stop people from doing bad things like committing suicide or getting bullied and all this other stuff that's just really hard on someone, and I try to make people feel better. So that's my first memory. That's my first near-death experience. You kind of got a 2-for-1 today, but it's kind of the same story. So yeah, it's kind of just one story. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about me. This is a story I really haven't told anyone really, so you guys are hearing it for the first time, and some people, even my friends, might have not heard this story. So it's pretty interesting, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure in the comments below you tell me your first near-death experience or your first memory, and I would love to hear that. It would be pretty cool to see what other people have done, and if your first memory is a near-death experience, definitely share that with me, because then we have something in common. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to you in the next one. Later, everyone.